Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Messmer's flame.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Mana Plus Gaming channel. Today, I will guide you through the questline of Fire Knight Queelign. He is a character who is absolutely loyal to Messmer and Marika, and can be described as a warrior model always ready to die for the cause. His quest is short and simple, but you will receive quite a few interesting and cool items such as Queelign's Greatsword, Ash of War, Flame Skewer, or Fire Knight Queelign Spirit Ash. Let's get started. Step 1. Explore Bellurat, Tower Settlement. On the map, this location features a large courtyard with a big tree in the center. Here, you will be invaded by Queelign. He will appear and attack you because, as he says, you are stripped of the grace of gold. Naturally, defeat him here, but be careful as the number of Scadu fragments you have at this point is relatively low, making him a challenging opponent. Your reward for victory is the Crusade Insignia Talisman, a very useful item. Step 2. After completing the content in Bellurat, Tower Settlement, including defeating the final boss, Divine Beast Dancing Lion, head northeast to Castle Ensis. Explore this area and defeat Relana, Twin Moon Knight. After defeating her, you'll reach Scadu Altus, which is your destination in this step. The journey is quite long and challenging, so take your time to enjoy the amazing experiences the DLC offers along the way. Step 3. Now you need to reach the Church of the Crusade in Scadu Altus. Fortunately, the church is relatively close and easy to access, so you won't face many obstacles getting there. Here, you will face Queelign once again as he invades your world and attacks you. If he doesn't appear, run to the foot of the Marika statue and pick up the Scadu fragment there, and he will show up. After defeating him, you'll receive the Ash of War, Flame Skewer and the Prayer Room key, which will unlock his room later in the questline. Step 4. Now you will need to obtain one of the following items, the Iris of Grace or the Iris of Occultation. In this step, I will guide you on how to get the Iris of Grace, as it is easier to obtain than the Iris of Occultation, and I will cover the Iris of Occultation in Step 5. Your task now is to go to Shadow Keep, defeat the Hippo Gatekeeper, and reach the storehouse first floor. Here, turn left, go down a wooden elevator, and you will find the Iris of Grace in the hall guarded by living jars. Step 5. To get the Iris of Occultation, you'll need to travel a considerable distance and face a boss, the ulcerated tree spirit. Prepare well for this challenging journey, which means upgrading your Scadu blessing as much as possible. Now, head to Morth Ruins in Scadu Altus, located roughly in the center of the Scadu Altus map, where Dryleaf Dane is standing. However, you won't meet him. Instead, go deeper into Morth Ruins, where you'll find a small crevice between the ruins of houses. Here, you'll see a wooden ladder. Climb it. You'll then reach Bonnie Village. Quickly mount your horse and ride out of the village, as you need to travel far north to reach Shadow Keep, Church District, an area almost entirely covered by water. Now, I'll guide you to get the Iris of Occultation. This item drops from an ulcerated tree spirit boss. First, you need to reach the water valve and drain the floodwaters in the area. Follow me, and I'll lead you there. Next, jump down to the lower area where there are 2 ulcerated tree spirits. One is positioned by the dead tree in the middle of the area, and the other is at the entrance before the ruins of a church. The latter is the boss that drops the Iris of Occultation. Defeat him. This area has many small gates and windows that the boss can't fit through due to his large size. If you can't face him directly, you can hide behind these gates and use ranged attacks to defeat him more easily. Step 6. Now, you need to go to the prayer room in Shadowkeep, Church District, and use the prayer room key to open the door. Once inside, you'll find Queelign lying on the ground, moaning and calling out Marika's name. At this point, his fate depends on whether you give him the Iris of Grace or the Iris of Occultation, and the rewards you receive will depend on your choice. At this point, he is lying on the ground, praying to Marika to grant him her grace and begging to be left with his solitary light. Talk to him again, and he will say, "Take not from me my solitary light." Now, if you give him the Iris of Grace, it will directly lead to a favorable ending for him, where he will be able to keep his solitary light, and you will receive the Fire Knight Queelign Spirit Ash as a reward. However, if you give him the Iris of Occultation, he will lose his solitary light, and you will receive Queelign's Greatsword. It's likely that after receiving the Iris of Occultation, he will end his life here. Having lived a life devoted to Marika and following the fire of Messmer, he is clearly a pitiable fanatic. The choice is yours, and his fate now lies in your hands. And so, the Fire Knight Queelign Questline comes to an end. No matter what choice you make, enjoy the entertaining moments that the DLC offers. If you found this video helpful, please like, share it with friends, or subscribe to the channel to support me. If you have any feedback or suggestions, leave a comment below so we can discuss, or if you can, leave a generous comment. Have fun gaming and good luck!